My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm from This is Rock magazine. So my first and obvious question is, how are you?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. I'm in between tours and just having a chill time at home and leaving for Europe next Wednesday. And a lot of great shows coming up: Belgium, Italy, Germany, France. Yeah, so it's just going to be a great I would think full 3 weeks before we return to the States and the West Coast and the East Coast and so on.
I was thinking of your past disease. Are you following regular tests to see that the cancer is under control?
Oh, yes, it's under control, and I'm strong and positive. And yes, no, I'm there. That's all behind me.
You were diagnosed at the beginning of the pandemic. It was a
Yes.
difficult moment for everybody, but double difficult for you. Was there a moment when you considered defeated by life or defeated by the circumstance?
I wasn't feeling defeated by life, but I was considering maybe finding a different job or maybe stopping tours because it was just too much to handle both things. And just at that moment when I was considering that, I started working on power, and I realized how much strength and power it gave me. I mean, it proved again that I really love what I do. It's my passion. It gets me out of bed on a bad day. And I love my work. I've been doing this for more than 20 years. I love everything about it. I love everything that's difficult about it, like taking long flights and being on the road away from the family. I still love what I do, so it makes it a little easier. And that whole record, Power, that we're going to be playing on those concerts, all those songs were really like a motor for me to keep fighting and spending time on music instead of spending time on difficult thoughts and spending time of feeling bad for myself. I was always just positive, and I was strong, and I wanted to bring out a great record. That was my main motive, and all my concentration went that direction. Like, what is it gonna take for this record to be great?
Perfect. You will be touring Spain the next June in Barcelona, Madrid, and Asturias. What the Spanish audience can expect from these concerts?
Oh, it's going to be a mix of everything, but this latest record, Power's got different influences. It's got a lot of soul, gospel, funk, some blues, and some rock. So it's a mix, and it's very entertaining for the audience, and people love it. On the first listen, they love it. They dig the material on the first listen. So and we're gonna play some stuff from the previous records from the Live for Live CD that came out during pandemic, recorded in south of France just before pandemic hit, and some of the previous stuff as well. So it's going to be a little bit for everything, but it's a very amusing and high power show. Some great guitars and slide guitars, and really I love to show off with my musicians because they're just extremely good and they're top of the class. So it's a fun, every show is fun to do and play.
You told me about it before, but I want to ask you again, because Power was recorded in the most challenging times of your life.
Yes.
And, can you tell us about the creative process during this time and how it influenced the album sounds and lyrics?
Oh, yeah. Together with my bassist, Butel, who co-wrote all of the songs and co-produced all of the songs, the moment I heard the bad news about my illness, I mentioned, you know what, maybe I should just give it a break. Maybe I should stop touring altogether. And he said, you can't. We need to keep going. We need to write. And we went on Zoom that same day and started writing. And then my treatments were in Holland and I was living in LA. So I would fly back and forth from LA, and in the meantime, organize a studio anywhere I was, sometimes in Florida, sometimes in Detroit, because we never really stopped touring. Of course, it was way less, but we made sure we play some concerts, whether it was social distance concert or maybe even online concerts, whatever, whoever wanted us, we would play, just to keep the, I think, keep the positive spirit, meet up, even social distance mask and whatever. We just really wanted to do our music. So in between those 14 chemotherapies, this record happened: writing, producing, recording, re-recording. I gave myself a lot of time, so I would do a demo and then redo it again and redo it again until it was really perfect, in my opinion. And this record is a very it's a wonderful, you know, music piece that I love to listen to, just because I really invested a lot of time. Sometimes you're rushed, you need to get into the studio, let's get it done. But this time there was no rush, and I was just really enjoying the moment, and I was enjoying the fact that I have a hobby that gives me so much positivity, that gives me so much power, and so much that inspires me. And that hobby is music, you know. It's not just a hobby, it's my work too. I've been doing this for 20 years. So it was more like a celebration of the moment, that I can still do that I am healthy enough to do it, to sit down and record and have these incredible musicians give their wonderful talent to the record. So yeah, and once I was, you know, cleared from cancer, and I could move on, and I could really reassume touring after the COVID, it was really like a celebration record of the difficult times.
Yes. So your hobby, your work, your life is music.
Yes, music, my family, my music, yeah.
Yes. So it's not all the people who follows you knows that you were coming and going from LA to Holland for the treatment. But why did you select the treatment too far from your living house?
Oh, well, I live both places, but yes, it was during the pandemic, we were here mostly, but I live in both places, Amsterdam and LA.
Now let's talk to a more happier questions. Yes, the opening track, Rise Up, is described as a reflection of your own resurrection story. Could you share more about the inspiration behind the song and how it sets the tone from the rest of the album?
Yeah, this is the only song I did not write, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd wrote it. He has a version that's very different than ours. When I first heard the original, I thought that I wanted to do musically something completely different and make it into an anthem. You know, there's been a lot of frictions going on, Black Lives Matter back then, and the female empowerment and all this. We just been through those years. So this song calls for action, you know, calls for action to stand up and make a world a better place, more acceptance of LGBT rights, and you know, more acceptance in overall in the world of the different religions and people that are not into religion, and you know, all of that. So I thought that this is a great, and it also sets the tone musically as something I haven't done before. So when you put the record on, wow, that's a totally new sound of Ana Popovic. And I thought, you know what, that in the combination of the front cover, which really talks about unity and acceptance of different people on this planet, and I think it was a very good opener for a record like that. So we made it into an anthem, almost like an anthem, and it's an opener for our show too, and it goes really well with people, because it's such a high energy track, and such you know, full of excitement and a positive message, and it sets the tone perfectly for the show as well. So all of those songs on the record are almost like they're made for a live show. We didn't have to do much adjustments. It already had so many parts in each of the songs that we could just play it good, and people will enjoy it.
Yes. Kenny wrote the song for you, or it was previously released?
No, it was previously released years ago.
Taking account the circumstances of the recording, is there any songs that bring you memories of the worst moment of your disease or the COVID, and you don't want to play anymore?
Oh no, this record is not a pity party record. This record is a celebration, and each song is, if not favorite, then one of favorite in my career for me. Really, it really showcases strength and positivity, and every time I listen to them, I just feel empowered. You know, I feel empowered. I can do anything. I can do anything, and I absolutely love all of them, and they're all positive songs. They're all wonderful songs, different subjects, and just positive and feel good. And yeah, there's not a single thing that brings me down. No.
And on the contrary, is there any song in this CD that represents your wishes, the one you are as a woman?
Well, they're all part of me, of course. You know, I mean, they're all the songs I write somewhere from, yeah, you know, you write from the past, you write from the future, you write from where you want to be, you write from how you feel, write how you felt before. You know, it's the songwriting is at the end of the day, I wrote so many songs in my career. To me, it's about the right hook and the right line, and you want to inspire something in people that listens to you. So the same song that I wrote is going to be interpreted differently to the listener. And to me, it's really about finding the right chord progression, finding the right line, saying something that's going to mean something to people. That's a good song. You know, I mean, I'm chasing that. I've been chasing a good song for my whole career. And I'm very passionate about the great song. And once we release that song as artists, song has its own life, you know. So it's more like, it's not even about what is this my memories, is this my story, is this my true story, is it made up? It's all about the song. You see, the song needs to resonate with the audience.
The recording has a variety of musical styles, from Latin beats to hard rock. How did you navigate blending this different genre while maintaining a cohesive sound in the album?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I would think that background vocals did a lot as far as coming from the church, coming from the gospel. You can really infuse that in different genres and connect everything. And of course, that all came from blues somewhere. So, you know, there is this old school soul, old school funk, old school gospel, old school blues, old school everything. But at the same time, production is very modern and it's eclectic. And it's really giving space to a lot of different sounds. So in that way, very innovative, I would think. And I don't think there is anything like it out there on the market. Do you think you can compare it to somebody? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. And I think that's a very positive thing for me. It's wow. I want to congratulate myself because it's very easy to copy. You know, I mean, it's almost like you can't get away without copying. There is so much out there, you know. There is so much blues that's been done. There's so much funk that's been done. There's so much soul been done by so many incredible people. So to find a way to maneuver and not copy anybody is a big challenge, and it really should be congratulated, if I may say. So power is also the way we put our Butel and I, we put our roots together. As far as I come from Europe, but I've spent so much time in America, and also I listened to Delta blues, Chicago blues, Texas blues when I was a baby. You know, when I was 2 years old, when I was 3 years old, I grew up on American sound, and he grew up on gospel and soul up in Detroit and funk, and we kind of merged that and made this record.
One of my favorite songs is Power Over Me. So you have the power over me, and you, Anna, have the power over me because your music has influenced me to be happy, sad, enjoy the life. So can you tell me more about this song, Power Over Me?
Yeah, it's, you know, when I think about Power Over Me, and of course the live version had additions of the horn section, getting some really great parts in it. To me, I love that chuck, 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 which is more like a police, police groove, guitar licks. It's got that really big modulation towards the end where it goes to a modulation with the vocals and everything. It's really a wonderful, that's track number 2 we play live. So it's got a great hook. It's got a big chorus. So, I think it's just a positive, great pop rock song, and features great solos, features great horn parts. It's a love song, it's a love song. So it's one of my favorite as well. One of my favorite.
Perfect. In the last CD, there were 18 musicians, but how many musicians are going to be in your concerts playing with you?
Oh, well, we to Spain, we are coming with a 6-piece band, which is my standard band. We got 2 horns, a drummer, bass player, keyboard player, and myself. But I also have a big band, which really features, and I'm hoping to bring it to Spain, which is a 11-piece on stage and a 13-piece crew. With 3 background vocals. You can see it on my actually, I've been releasing some stuff with, it's called Ana Popovic and Fantasta Funk big band project. And that actually is 3 singers, 3 horns, 2 drummers, bass, keys, and myself. So it's a very big ensemble. And then we played these songs and also some other songs in that project, which is really as good as it gets as far as the funk and gospel influences. Then you can really dig deep into music with 11 people like that.
Now that you tell me about it, I saw the video. I enjoy a lot. But what is the idea behind Fantasta Funk Big Band Project? Are you going to change your musical style? Tell me.
Oh, no, and it's not going to be a huge change, but I can really do more with 11 people that I choose for this project, specifically chosen to do what I need them to do. So Fantasta Funk is, of course, even more further into the details as far as the creation of a big show that's going to merge all these styles, blues and funk and soul and gospel, because now you have people that are able to carry that. You got the background singers that can really take you to church or wherever they want to take you, and then you got the big horn section. You got 2 drummers, which I always wanted, and I had played with in the past. So I can just be free to coordinate that even better than I am with the 6-piece, because of course even 6-piece is limitations. For some people, 6-piece is a big band. For some people, it's limited. And for my music is great, of course, because I got a great band, and but 11-piece can just do more.
So another song that I consider is a little different is Love and Touch, that is described as a mellow, a jazzy ballad. So please tell me about the inspiration behind this track and the message.
Yeah, well, Love and Touch is a ballad, is a soulful, it's a soul song that has gospel vibe towards the end when the whole choir gets in. It's just a song about that special person in your life that really needs your help, or that you really want to be there for. And then when you say, okay, I'm just going to take some time, just give me some time. I don't want you to go nowhere. Just stay there. Just give me a little space. I don't want you to go. I want you to stay with me, but I just need a little time, little space, which is, and that's called Love and Touch. And it's just a really sensual, I think, record, a song and a message, and it's backed up by great music. I think it's a great chord progression, and there's a great bridge and a B part, and at some point gospel vocals kick in and support the solo. And live, it's amazing, to play it live, because it really hits hard.
Perfect. So the Blues Foundation select Power for the 2024 Blues Music Awards. What does it mean to you? It's not the first time, but what does it mean to you?
It's wonderful, you know, it's really wonderful to be recognized, and you know, the record is not typically blues, and it's based on blues, of course, and it's got so many other influences. You know, there's so many incredible artists in the States, just incredible musicians and bands, and just to be selected is a big deal for me. I don't write records for that purpose, you know, but when it happens, I'm honored, of course, because there is nobody from Europe or Eastern Europe on that. I mean, on that on the award. So it's a big deal for somebody like me to be recognized in the American Blues Awards.
First, I imagine that the idea is that you will be focused more on funky than in other American styles. And the other is that in the video from doing this, you play a spectacular Stratocaster, and tell me about this guitar and in general terms about your year.
Okay. Fantasta Funk is really more means different styles together, not necessarily just funk, that's for sure. But it's just a name that we chose, and yeah, so listeners can really expect any kind of good music on stage with Fantasta Funk. My guitars, I don't have a lot here. I have the one I built with Fender, and this is my beauty Foggy Mirror Chrome, and with my signature. We just made it, and you see, it looks incredible in light. I don't have all my guitars here, but this is my Road Warrior. This is a 64 Strat.
Yes.
Which is my main guitar. I got a reissue 57, and I got a few reissue 57s. I play Mesa Boogie amps. I play Fender amps. My pedal board consists of some tube screamers, old school, original tube screamers. I use 2, and some Dunlop super badass distortion, and some tuners and choruses, Boss chorus, the old school one with 2 knobs, and yeah, some delay pedals, a wah-wah pedal. You know, it changes wherever. I got one on the East Coast, I got one on the West Coast, I got one pedal board in Europe. So it's a mix of different pedals, but I am overall into the old school sound, if I may say myself.
Your signature guitar is maybe the most beautiful guitar I have ever seen in my life.
It is gorgeous.
Yes, and I ask it, are you going to tour with this guitar? Because having a guitar as beauty as this, I don't have to have a single scratch on the body.
Oh, it's gonna be played on stage, that's for sure. I love taking them definitely to Spain and to Europe, because if you have such beautiful guitars, they're not meant to be sitting in a closet. They're meant to be played. So
Yes.
when I got the 64, which I got, I would think almost 16 years ago, it had some scratches, but I added a lot of scratches to this one. Yes. And I'm proud of every scratch because it's mine, and it's seen the road, and it served me well, and it serves me as an inspiration all the time. Even now, after so many years, I'm inspired by my guitar. So yeah.
You are playing Fender since you were 12. Did you try another guitars in your life and didn't match to your musical style or your hands?
I tried different guitars. I'm just a Strat player. That's what I like. That's my main guitar. I played different ones. I played some Gibsons on the record. I mean, I played SG. I think I played Les Paul on Power. I mean, I played different Gibsons throughout my career, but on stage, I always tend to go for the Strats.
If I see you on a stage with your signature guitar, I will be happy. Even
it will happen.
If you didn't play a single note, I will be happy.
Oh, I'll play more than one note. Yes.
Yes. But not only this. This is a question that to me is important. My mother always tried to wear original shoes. Do you know why I tell you this?
I'm not sure. Go ahead.
No, I pay attention to your shoes on stage.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think you prefer elegance over comfort. Am I right?
Yeah, I am a fan of good-looking shoes, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, but do you feel comfortable?
I'm used to it, I'm used to it, and I don't want to wear them whole day, that's for sure. They are really reserved for just a 90-minute set, and after that I have to take them off. But I don't think I could play a show in flats. I'm used to good stilettos on stage.
So, with such a long career, is there any moment or achievement that you consider to be the highlight so far from Ana Popovic?
Oh, well, the nominations are, of course, what people consider highlights. To me, it's really like investing in myself and making myself better, making my show better. And I would think the highlight is now. This is the highlight because I invested a lot of work into it. And but there've been different moments that were great, like playing with the Experience Hendrix tour, which was a very big tour, consistent of many incredible artists. Playing music of Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Guy, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and Eric Johnson and Dweezil Zappa. Everybody was on that tour, and I was a part of it as the only female artist, which was a very hard gig to get. It wasn't easy to get that gig, so it was really one of the highlights. At least there's more,
And there will be more. I hope so.
of course.
Yes, and there has been a guitar player that when you were younger, you dreamed on it, and then you have the opportunity to share the stage with him or her.
Of course, more than one. I mean, I met Buddy Guy when I was 13 in Belgrade, and he signed my backstage pass. And then so many years later, we are playing quite a few times together on stage, and that was the dream come true. Ronnie Earl was a big influence that I got a chance to jam with. And so many other people, Sonny Landreth, and so those are really great moments when you can meet your, people that you admire so much, and yeah, when you can meet them and share stage with them. Meeting Buddy Guy and meeting BB King and Buddy Guy, and it's just it's amazing.
Yes. And do you consider yourself an example for the next generation of guitar women's?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. And I'm very happy to see more women taking guitar, and finally some of those festivals have maybe an equal amount of female and male guitar players, and it's really not that matter at the end. It's just about how you play. But I'm happy that women are getting more chance to showcase what they can do, and to showcase that they can be very successful band leaders and front women and business ladies. And yeah.
If there is something you want to say goodbye, this is your moment.
No, I just want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to coming to Spain. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm bringing a great band. Come on out and check us out, and we're going to have a great time.
Thank you very much, Ana, for your time and your music.
Thank you. See you soon.
Yes.
Bye-bye.